ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्बा त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसि नः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकविवर्जितः। गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्। गीतासु गीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिसृतं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रगीतमेको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः मन्दारगन्धसंयुक्तं चारुहासं चतुर्भुजं बर्हि पिच्छावचूडाङ्गं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं रुक्मिणीकेलिसंयुक्तं पीताम्बरसुशोभितम् अवाप्ततुलसीगन्धं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् उत्फुल्लपद्मपत्राक्षं नीलजीमूतसन्निभं यादवानां शिरोरत्नं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि अस्तु. So we stopped at the 19th shloka, I think, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll start the 20th.
No, 19th we have to do.
19th also we have to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So Toshali Bhagini, would you like to read?
आम्
19th shloka. Are you reading, Bhagini? We can't hear you.
19th. 19th Krishna.
19.
okay. One second. Yeah. नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति.
Bhagini,
Ah.
9th chapter, 19th shloka. Tapamyahamaham varsham.
Extremely sorry. Page number, please.
Page number 81. 89.
Yeah. Yeah. तपाम्यहमहं वर्षं निगृह्णामुत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदा सच्चाहमर्जुन. तपामि अहं वर्षं निगृह्णामि उत्सृजामि च अमृतं च एव मृत्युः च सत् असत् च अहम् अर्जुन. तपामि
Tapami tap dhatu. लट्लकार
तद् धातु उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन अहम
अस्मत् शब्द प्रथमा विभक्ति
वर्षम प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन वर्षम नपुंसकलिंगी प्रथमा एकवचन निगृह्णामि निगृह्णामि नियोग गृ करेक्ट
नी
हाँ
उपसर्ग ग्रह धातु
गृह हाँ उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन उत्सृजामि उत योग सृज धातु उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन च अव्यय त्यजामि त्यज धातु उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन अपि अव्यय अमृतम नपुंसकलिंगी एकवचन च अव्यय एव अव्यय मृत्युः मृत मृत
मृत
धातु मृत
उकारांत
धातु उकारांत नपुंसकलिंगी
नहीं पुंलिंग मृत्युः
पुल्लिंग
उकारांत पुंलिंग
मृत्यु लिंग प्रथम एकवचन च अव्यय सत सत असत
सत् is also it is
अव्यय
napumsak prathama ekavachana
हाँ अच्छा
asat is also this is a samasa naitat purusha so a
हाँ
sat again sat only so again napumsakalinga prathama vibhakti ekavachana
या अहम अस्मत् शब्दस्य प्रथम एकवचन अर्जुन संबोधनम पदार्थः अर्जुन हे अर्जुन अहम तपामि अहम तापयामि वर्षम वृष्टिम निगृह्णामि रुणद्मि उत्सृजामि च त्यजामि अपि अमृतं च एव अमृतम् अपि मृत्युः च मरणं च सत् स्थूलं दृश्यम् असत् च सूक्ष्मं च अन्वयः अर्जुन अहं तपामि अहं वर्षं निगृह्णामि अहम् उत्सृजामि च अहम् एव अमृतं च मृत्युः च सत् असत् च तात्पर्यम् अहमेव ग्रीष्मकाले आदित्यरूपः सन् जगदिदं तापयामि वृष्टिकाले 4 मासान् जलं मुञ्चामि अन्यान् 8 मासान् निगृह्णामि अहमेव सर्वेषां जीवनं मृत्युश्च अहमेव स्थूलं दृश्यं सूक्ष्मं च माध्वमतम् आदित्यमण्डलगतः जगत् सन्तपामि मेघमण्डलगतः वृष्टिं ददामि निगृह्णामि इन्द्रियाणां देहधारणेन मृतिं परिहरामि प्रलयकाले जनां संहरामि सद्गुणपूर्णत्वात् सदिति तादृशपुरुषान्तरविरहात् असदिति च अभिधानं वहामि
so kriya padam kim here
उत्सृजामि तपामि निगृह्णामि
so kaha
कर्ता अहम्
aham aham kim nigrihणामि
वर्षं
वर्षं निगृह्णामि पुनः वर्षं किम् अहं करोमि उत्सृजामि गृह्णामि उत्सृजामि वर्षं right he is the one who stops it and who also gives it
yeah
okay anantaram द्वितीयं क्रियापदं किम् तृतीयं Me and utsrujami both are with aham varsham nigrinami utsrujami cha. So here varsham will be the karma padam, aham will be the kartrupadam, and nigrinami, both kriya padams belong here. So we can take samuchita. Okay, of the kriya padams.
Okay.
Anantaram aham पुनः किं वदति अत्र?
Tapami aham.
अहं तपामि and अहं वर्षं
Nigruhnami सृजामि.
च अहमेव
Varsham nigruhnami.
अहमेव अमृतं च मृत्युः च सत् असत् च. So अस्मि. There we can take अस्मि सत्याहृतम्. अहमेव अमृतं अस्मि. मृत्युः च सत् and असत्. All these four we can take as samuchita. Okay. They will be vidheya visheshanas. Aham amritam asmi. Here aham will be the kartrupadam and amritam will be vidheya visheshana. And what are other things here? Mrityuhu, sat, asat. All those three also we can join to amritam as samuchita. Okay. And aham.
Okay.
Aham tapami, we can put it separately. तापयामि. So अहमेव ग्रीष्मकाले आदित्यरूपः सन् जगदिदं तापयामि. So that is separate. It does not have a karma padam. Aham tapami. So that will be separate. Aham varsham nigrinami utsrujami. That is another sentence. Third sentence will be aham mrityuhu sat asat cha. So we can have three sentences here. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
धन्यवादः भगिनि. अनन्तरं सावित्री भगिनी.
त्रिविद्या मां सोमपाः पूतपापा यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकाम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देवभोगान्. त्रिविद्या मां सोमपाः पूतपापाः यज्ञैः इष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते ते पुण्यम् आसाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम् अश्नन्ति दिव्यां.
It is Trividya. Trividya na. Trividya.
Trividya. I'm sorry. Very sorry. Trividya. Yes. Surendralokam Ashnanti. Divyam Divihi Deva Bhogan. Trividya. Akaranta Pullinga Prathama Bhakti Bahuvachanam. Strilingam. Trividya.
Strilingam. Vidya is a Strilinga Shabda only.
Strilingam. Mam. अस्मत् शब्दस्य द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन. सोमपाः अकारान्त.
Actually, 1 minute. So Vidya by itself is a Strilinga Shabda, but here we are here Trividyaha is indicating Vedatraya Vidaha, means he who knows the three Vedas. Okay, Vedatraya Vidaha. So Trividyaha. So here Trividyaha will be
पुल्लिङ्गा एव.
पुंलिङ्गा एव.
त्रिविद्या अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग. प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचन. आम् अस्मत् शब्दस्य तकारान्त अस्मत् शब्दस्य द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन. सोमपाः अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचन. पूतपापाः पुल्लिङ्ग एव प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचन. यज्ञैः अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचन. इष्ट्वा इष्ट धातु त्वा प्रत्ययः. स्वर्गतिं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन प्रार्थयन्ते प्रा उपसर्गपूर्वक अर्थ धातु प्रार्थयन्ते प्रथमा पुरुष बहुवचन ते प्रथमा विभक्ति सहत प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचन पुण्यम आसाद्य नपुंसकलिंग द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन आसाद्य लेपन्तम् सुरेन्द्रलोकम द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन अश्नन्ति अश् धातु प्रथम पुरुष बहुवचन दिव्यां दिविः एकपदं वा दिव्यां समस्तपदं वा
आम् दिवि देवभोगान् Divyan is one word only. Divyan is one word. Divi is another word.
Another. Okay. Pullinga Divyan Pullinga Tritiya Vibhakti. Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachana. Divihi Ikaranta Strilinga Saptami Bhakti Ekavachana. Devabhogan Devabhogan Pullinga Tritiya Vibhakti Bahuvachana. Correct? Traividyaha Arpadastha. Traividyaha.
Did you say Dvitiya or Tritiya?
Tritiya.
Dvitiya. It is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Bhogan.
Bhogan.
Like Raman.
Oh, Dvitiya Vibhakti. Bahuvachana. Padastha. Traividyaha. Vedatraya Vidaha. Somapaha. Somapainaha. Putapapaha. Apagata Kilbishaha. Yajnaihi. Krutubihi. Mam Ishtva. Mam Pujayitva. Swargatim. Swargamanam. Prarthayante. Yachante. Te janaha. Punyam. Pavitram. Surendralokam. Indralokam. Asadhya. Prapya. Divi. Swarge. Divyan. Swargatisthan. Devabhogan. Subhogan. Surabhogan. Ashnanti. Anubhavanti. Anvayaha. Traividyaha. Somapaha. Putapapaha. Mam yajnehi ishtva. Swargatim. Prarthayante. Te punyam. Surendralokam. Asadhya. Divi divyan devabhogan. Ashnanti. Tatparyam. Vedatraya vidaha. Kechit somayogena. Indradin santoshya. Yagashesham somam cha pitva. Swargam prapnuvanti. Tatra kinchit kalam vasantaha. Divyan bhogan anubhavanti. Ramanujiyamatam. Traividyaha. Rukyajus samarupaha. Tisraha vidyaha. Trividyam. Kevalam. Trividye nishthaha. Trividyaha. Natu.
Trayantarupaya.
Upanishadi nishthaha.
Means they are only versed in the Vedas but not in the Upanishads.
Upanishads. Vyakaranam. Traividyaha. Trisankhya vidya trividya. Madhyama padalopi karmadharaya samasa. Trividyam adhiyate vidanti va ityarthe an traividyaha. Vedatrayam adhiyanaha vidantaha va ityarthaha. Somam pibanti iti somapaha. Kartari ka pratyayaha upapada samasascha. Putam papam yesham te puta papaha bahurihi samasa.
So here Kriya Padam.
Ashnanti. Prarthayante.
So first in the shloka we have Ashnanti. Prarthayanti. Traividya mam somapaha putapapa yajnaihi ishtva swargatim prarthayanti. So prarthayanti is the kriyapadam. Kartrupadam kim atra?
Swargatim. Kartrupadam.
Swargatim is the karmapadam. Putapapaha is the kartrupadam.
Putapa.
Punaha ke prarthayante.
Somapaha.
Punaha ke prarthayante.
Traividya.
So Traividyaha somapaha putapapaha prarthayante. Kam prarthayante?
Mam.
Mam prarthayante. Mam kim kritva prarthayante?
Yajnairištva.
Yajnaihi ishtva mam prarthayante. Punaha kim prarthayante?
Swargatim. Swargatim prarthayante.
So here, mam yajnaihi ishtva. Ishtva is pujayitva. Pujayitva swargatim prarthayante. So here mam is more like a karma padam to ishtva. Yajnaihi mam ishtva. Ishtva means pujayitva. After worshipping me with the yagas, they prarthayante is wishing, right? Or wanting or asking.
Yes.
So they are praying for Swargati. Yachante. Mam can we can put it as karma to either one, but here specifically yajnaihi mam ishtva, by worshipping me.
Yes.
With the yagas. So mam connecting to ishtva is more appropriate. Grammatically. And swargatim prarthayante. They are asking for swargatim. Whom are they asking? Me only. They are also mam only. In such cases only, we have to think grammatically when we are considering the karaka relations to which kriya padam this mam should be connected. Both are correct only, but it is more appropriate with ishtva. So then we have to connect it to ishtva. So mam yajnaihi ishtva swargatim prarthayante.
Yes.
Then second kriya padam?
Ashnoti. Ashnanti.
Ke ashnanti?
Punyam asadhya ashnanti.
Te ashnanti. Ke ashnanti te.
Te
Kam or kan ashnanti? Bhogan.
Bhogan. Deva bhogan.
Divyan kidrishan deva bhogan. Divyan deva bhogan te ashnanti. Kutra ashnanti?
Divi.
Divi. Kim kritva ashnanti?
Punyam asadhya.
Punyam in Surendra Lokam asadhya. Okay. Punyam Surendra Lokam. So Surendra Lokam asadhya. Divyan deva bhogan divi ashnanti. Kidrishan Surendra Lokam punyam Surendra Lokam.
Punyam Surendra.
So they will go. So when people who do punyams without any papams, they will go to these Indralokams, Devalokam, and there for so many hundreds and thousands of years they will be there. After all that punyam that they attained has been spent, they will enjoy there. Divya bhogan anubhavanti. After all of that punyam they have enjoyed, then they will again come back here. Until when will this cycle still continue? Until they become detached, completely detached, without any phalapeksha. Again, we are coming back to the same point.
Yes.
So doing good things, doing good karmas is good. But is it enough? If we want to attain moksha, just doing punya karyani, is that enough? It is not. Because even if we do only the punya karyams, nothing wrong, we are not doing any papam, even then with a good heart we are doing everything. Even then, if we do not practice detachment and kartrutvam and phalapeksha.
But Bhagwan he is only granting all these facilities to enjoy them.
His own, their one's own karmas only will grant them. He will tell, no, I am not the one who is giving you the
Yes,
punishment. I am
yes.
not the one giving you the benefits.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is your own doing. It is your own doing, whether you are getting good result or bad result, whether you are bhogan anubhavanti or papan anubhavanti, kashtan anubhavanti, it is our own doing. He is only a sakshi.
Yes.
He is only a sakshi. He cannot interfere. He has given us everything.
When we are, those people are doing so much of good deeds, they cannot develop the detachment that time itself.
Not really. Some people, that Paramatma Tattva Jnanam, if they don't get that, see, you will see many people, they will be saying, we don't have to do anything. We just have to wish well and do good for everybody. And then we will be fine. You find most people saying that, if you observe.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So but they don't know the concept of, or even if they know, they are not able to practice that detachment.
Yes.
Knowing is one thing, not able to do it is a totally different thing. We know that we should not eat sweets, but are we restraining?
Yes, no.
If somebody brings us sweets, we will be the first one to put it in our mouth. We know that we should not eat, but we eat. We know that we should not do something, overeat or undereat or something, whatever. For a healthy body, there are so many things that we need to do. We
Yes.
know that. We know that we should exercise every single day. We should do pranayamam. We should do this. We should do that. We know everything. But are we able to do? No.
Practice.
So unless we do that, our body will not be in perfect health. Similarly, unless they practice, they might be knowing. Some people don't know, but some people might be knowing that phalapeksha should not be there, kartrutvam should not be there, attachment.
We think we are not doing any harmful things to others. That itself is great.
Exactly. That is where they will stop.
Yeah, that's true.
That is where they will stop. It is only because of, they don't know. Nobody told them. So they don't know. That even because many people I have noticed, they take pride in doing good things. When they do something good, they
it is
take
done
pride.
by me. I am.
I have done this. I have done that.
Yes.
So they will take pride. That is kartrutvam. Thinking that we did that is kartrutvam.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
kartrutvam should not be there. That is what Krishna says. That I did this. That should not be there. Whether it is a good thing or a bad thing. In both cases, we should not have kartrutvam. That is why he tells Arjuna, you are not the one who is killing.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't take that kartrutvam. You are only a nimitta matra. So for bad things also, we have to think like that only. For good things also, we have to think in the same way and should not take kartrutvam. Now, some people, how they argue is, oh, so if we are not the kartas, can we go and simply kill people and say that I am not the karta? That is foolish argument.
Yes.
So, not any action. You cannot simply do any action and say that I am not the karta. That is foolishness. Now, here what Krishna says, why is Krishna encouraging Arjuna to go ahead with the war? Because it is his dharmam. The very first shloka says dharma kshetre. Why that word is specified? They could have simply said Kurukshetre or Yuddha. Why dharma kshetre word is emphasized? Even when Dhritarashtra was asking Sanjaya, dharma kshetre kurukshetre kim kurvata mamakaha pandavaha. So when he was asking that question itself, that word, why he used that word has a lot of significance. Because everybody is supposed to do as per the dharma. They cannot simply do whatever they want.
Sure.
So as per dharma, did my sons, stop the war, or did they decide not to do the war? Because as per dharma, this does not belong to them completely. So they should, that war should not happen in the first place if everybody was following dharma. So in his mind, he has that little doubt after entering that dharma kshetram. So did my sons change their mind? Did they decide, let us just follow dharma and give Pandavas what their share is, and let us resolve this? Because Krishna has been trying to do that Rayabaram, right?
Yes.
So he had that in his mind. Even he knows, even Dhritarashtra knows what is dharma, what is adharma. He knows that his sons are not following the dharma, but that attachment, he gave in to that attachment towards his sons.
Yeah.
That vatsalyam, putra vatsalyam is there. That pulled him into adharma, into doing adharma, that pulled him. He is also a very great king. He was born to, who is that Muni? Vishwamitra, right?
No, not Vishwamitra.
Huh?
No, not Vishwamitra.
Who was that Rishi?
Vyasa Maharshi.
Vyasa, yeah.
Vyasa Maharshi.
Yes.
So he is born with the anugraham of Vyasa Maharshi. So he is not an ordinary person, but though he has so many good qualities, this one quality, that only people are talking about him all the time, irrespective of how many ever good qualities he might be having. He was a great king. Even after the Kurukshetra Yuddham is over and all the Kauravas are, passed away, and Pandavas will take over the throne, and Dhritarashtra, along with his wives, he decides to go into the forest for Vanavasam. That time also, the Pandavas will go and ask him, you are such a great king, and we are about to take over the kingdom. So as you are equal to our father, you tell us some tips, about how to rule. So he will tell them. There is a whole parva on that in Mahabharata. So Ashramavasika Parva it is called. So he will be going for that Vanavasam. And before going to Vanavasam, the Pandavas will go and first ask him not to go. And then finally he will say, no, I have to go. And once it is decided that they will go anyways, then Dharmaraja will ask him, to bless them and give some advice. And then he will give some advice. All that is there in Ashramavasika Parva. So like that, he is a great king. But that one point, attachment. Because of that attachment, he though he knows that he is doing adharma, he couldn't help himself. Similarly, even people, such good people doing only the good karmas, they might be knowing that having attachment is not a good thing. That kartritvam is not a good thing. Phalapeksha is not a good thing. That is very, very common. 99% of the people will have the phalapeksha, kartritvam, and attachment. All three they will have. 99% of the people.
Yes, ma'am.
If you observe them keenly, you will notice that kartritvam will be there. I did this, I did that. Because I did this only, today he is like that. Only for the positives, of course, they will take ownership, not for the negatives. And then phalapeksha also will be there. I did so much and now he is not helping me. That also we see commonly.
Sure.
And attachment, of course, we see. If you don't have attachment, they think you are somebody weird. Really, if you don't have attachment to the point where the regular people express it, if you don't express it in that sense, they think that you don't love your family or your kids or whatever. So it is, you need the courage also. You need the courage to have that detachment. It is being detached does not mean you don't love them. Those are two different things. Like this Dhritarashtra again. He is he has so much of attachment. He loves his son, fine, but he has this attachment which is making him do all the wrong things. Does Kunti does not have love towards her sons? She does, but she always tells them what is right and what is wrong. She always guides them in such things. Okay, you do this or you don't do this in a very just way.
Yes.
So similarly, so does it mean that she doesn't love them enough? No, she loves them, but because she's able, she's not pulled with that blinded attachment, she is able to guide them in the right way, and which is better. So just looking at things, people think that Dhritarashtra loves his sons more than Kunti loves her sons. But is that true? No. So, so like this, there are, we have to observe, but it takes courage for a person. It takes courage to be able to do that, to practice detachment. Love, but practice detachment. You have to love them, but you have to practice detachment. Those are two separate things which are very hard to put it into practice, but not impossible. Definitely not impossible. So sometimes you will, that pulling will come. Then you have to tell yourself, no, I am again going back. So again, what is the right thing to do? We have to continue.
Yes.
Okay. So, like that, for your question, yes, they know, but they cannot practice it. Some people will not know. Some people will know, but they cannot put it into practice. It is difficult. It is not easy. So they cannot put it into practice. So all such people who do everything good, but are unable to practice these three things will go to the Divyan Lokan and enjoy everything for so many thousands of years. And
Again,
then
they come back.
they have to come back until they understand this Paramatma Tattva Jnanam and practice those three. Okay.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Anantaram, next one, Surya Bhagini.
तेतं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालं क्षीणे पुण्ये मत्स्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते ते बहुवचनं प्रथमाविभक्ति तत्शब्दं द्वितीया विभक्ति भुक्त्वा त्वान्तं ఇది భుజ్ ధాతువే కదా ఇది భుక్త్వా స్వర్గలోకం ఇది కూడా ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ప్రథమ పురుష ఏకవచనం విశాలం స్వర్గలోకం విశాలం విశాలం నపుంసకలింగము ఇది కూడా ద్వితీయ
విభక్తి
విశాలం ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం క్షీణే సప్తమి విభక్తి ఏకవచనం ధాతు ఇది ఏం పదం అవుతుంది
ఇదండి విశంతి ఏ పదం అన్నారు క్షీణేనా క్షీణే శత్రంత క్షీణే పుణ్యే యాక్చువల్లీ క్షీణే పుణ్యే ఇట్ ఈస్ సప్తమి విభక్తి బట్ వెదర్
పుణ్యం నపుంసకలింగం కదా
పుణ్యం కూడా పుణ్యే ఇస్ అగైన్ సప్తమి విభక్తి ఏకవచన సో క్షీణే వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ శత్రంత తీసుకోవచ్చా
సప్తమిలో ఉందా క్షీణే పుణ్య
No, it is Saptami Vibhakti only. Yeah, it is Saptami only, but not Kshatranta. It is Ktha Pratyaya. Sometimes we can use Ktha Pratyaya also like this, what do you call that? Sati Saptami. Miku Sati Saptami, you remember, right? Sati Saptami, where Pitari agacchati, balakah kridati. So here Pitari agacchati. Agacchati here is not latlakara prathama ekavachanam kadu. It is a Shatranta Saptami Vibhakti ekavachanam. So Pitari also will be in Saptami Vibhakti. That is called Bhavalakshana Saptami, Sati Saptami. Any of these two words we can use. So when the father comes, then the boy plays. That is the concept here. So here Kshine Punye. So when the Punyam is over, whatever Punyam they have accrued, after it is over, Martya Lokam Vishanti. They will again enter into this Lokam. Martya Lokam is this Lokam. The Lokam that we are in is called Martya Lokam.
మనుషుల లోకం. విశంతి అంటే పొందుతారని అంతే కదా. విశంతి బహువచనం లట్లకారం ప్రథమ పురుష. ఇప్పుడు ఇది క్షీణం అన్నది క్షీణతి అనే ఎలా వస్తుందా లట్లకారం అయితే?
మళ్ళా చెప్పండి.
క్షీణే కదా.
The word is it is
ధాతు రూపమే కదా ఇది అసలు మామూలుగా అయితే.
క్షీ ప్రత్యయం, క్ష ప్రత్యయ, క్షీ ధాతు, క్ష ప్రత్యయ, పుంలింగ సప్తమి విభక్తి.
ధాతు అయితే క్షీ. ఏవం అవ్యయం త్రయీధర్మం అనుప్రపన్నాః త్రయీధర్మం అనుప్రపన్నాః బహువచనం ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం.
త్రయీధర్మం is dharmam is dharmame kada. Why bahuvachanam? Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Dharmam.
ధర్మం ప్రపన్నాః అంటే పొందని వాళ్ళు అని వస్తుంది.
Trayi dharmam is one word. It is a samasa word. Anuprapannaha is again a different word. Dharmam anuprapannaha.
ప్రపన్నాః బహువచనం. గతాగతం అభిజయం అవుతుందా?
Gatagatam is again a samasa word. Gata agatam.
ద్వితీయ విభక్తి అవుతుంది.
ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం.
ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం. కామాః ఇది కామాః బహువచనం ప్రథమ విభక్తి. కామం నపుంసకలింగం.
Kama kamaha. Again this also is bahuva samasa word. So here what is the way kama kamaha? Which is here 21. So kama kamaha
prathama bahuvachanam kalu.
Prathama bahuvachanam only. Kaman kamayante iti kama kamaha. So it is a samasa word. Kaman kamayante means people desire the things that they want. Kaman kamayante iti kama kamaha.
తద్ధిత ప్రత్యయం అవుతుందా ఇది కామాః అంటే? అంటే అన్ప్రత్యయం చేరిందని కింద ఇస్తున్నారు కదా కర్తరి అన్ప్రత్యయం అని.
Anpratyayam will come in tadhitas also, but here we can take it as bahuvrihi samasa. Why? Because those who desire kama ante vastuni kamayante. So ఎవరైతే వస్తువుల్ని కావాలని కోరుకుంటున్నారో వాళ్ళు. So here it will be bahuvrihi. In a bahuvrihi samasa you can have tadhita also. But the result, the final result will become bahuvrihi because it is a person who desires. So it is bahuvrihi. It is anyapada pradhanyata asti. Atah bahuvrihi. Like that it will become.
लभन्ते आत्मनेपदी लट् इति बहुवचनं लब्धा पदार्थः ते मानवाः विशालं विपुलं तं प्रसिद्धं स्वर्गलोकं स्वर्गभुवनं भुक्त्वा अनुभूय पुण्ये सत्कर्मजन्य फल विशेषे क्षीणे विनष्टे सति మత్స్యలోకం. ఇక్కడ క్షీణే అంటే వినష్టే సతి అదే
సతి.
సతి
That
సప్తమి
sati
నేచర్.
that is sati saptami.
మత్స్యలోకం మానవలోకం విశంతి ప్రవిశంతి ఏవం ఇత్థం త్రయీ ధర్మం వేదత్రయ ధర్మం అనుప్రపన్నాః ప్రాప్తాః కామకామాః భోగవస్తూని ఇచ్ఛन्तః గతాగతం యాతాయాతం లభంతే ప్రాప్నువంతి అన్వయః చేతం విశాలం స్వర్గలోకం భుక్త్వా పుణ్యే క్షీణే సతి మత్స్యలోకం విశంతి ఏవం త్రయీ ధర్మం అనుప్రపన్నాః కామకామాః గతాగతం లభంతే. తాత్పర్యం ते च वेदत्रयविदः विशाले तस्मिन् स्वर्गलोके कश्चित् कालं सुखम् अनुभूय पुण्ये क्षीणे सति इमं लोकम् आगच्छन्ति. पुनरपि वैदिकमार्गम् अनुसरन्तः भोगान् अपेक्षमाणाः स्वर्गं गच्छन्ति. ततः पुण्ये क्षीणे सति ततः प्रत्यागच्छन्ति. व्याकरणं स्वर्गः इति लोकः स्वर्गलोकः तं कर्मधारयः. मत्स्यानां लोकः मत्स्यलोकः तं षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः. अनुप्र इति उपसर्गद्वयपूर्वकात् पदधातोः कर्तरि ताप्रत्यये अनुप्रपन्नाः इति शब्दः. प्राप्ताः ఎంతో వివరణ ఇచ్చారు ఇందులో. ఇత్యర్థः प्राप्ताः इत्यर्थः. तस्याः धर्मः त्रयी धर्मः तं षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः. गतं च आगतं च अनयोः समाहारः गतागतं द्वन्द्वः. कामान् सुखकरणपदार्थान् कामयन्ते इति कामकामाः कर्तरि अण्प्रत्ययः. ఇందులో విశంతి లభంతే
Vishanti is one kriya padam. The second one is labhante. So ke labhante.
Te labhante. Te vishanti labhante అయితే ఏవం త్రయీ ధర్మం అనుప్రపన్నాః లభంతే అవుతుంది.
కామకామాః లభంతే. కామకామాః కీదృశాః కామకామాః లభంతే.
గతాగతం కామకామాః.
గతాగతం is ద్వితీయ విభక్తి. It is కర్మ పదం. గతాగతం లభంతే. ते లభంతే కామకామాః లభంతే. కీదృశాః కామకామాః లభంతే. అనుప్రపన్నాః కామకామాః లభంతే. Anuprapannaha ante those who obtained. What did they obtain again? Kim anuprapannaha trayi dharmam anuprapannaha kamakamaha gatagatam labhante. So here what is being said is techa vedatraya vidaha vishale tasmin swargaloke kinchit kalam sukham anubhuya పుణ్యే క్షీణే సతి ఇమం లోకం ఆగచ్చంతి. పునరపి వైదిక మార్గం అనుసరంతః భోగాన్ అపేక్షమాణః స్వర్గం గచ్చంతి. తతః పుణ్యే క్షీణే సతి తతః ప్రత్యాగచ్చంతి. సో వాట్ ఈస్ హియర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ గివెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ టు దెమ్. వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ టు దెమ్? పీపుల్ హూ హ్యావ్ డన్ ద పుణ్యం. వేదత్రయ విదః విశాలే తస్మిన్ స్వర్గలోకే కించిత్ కాలం సుఖం అనుభూయ. నౌ దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ Vedatraya Vidaha. Okay, after enjoying the Swargam, the Sukham in the Swargam, and once their Punyam is over, is all spent, Imam Lokam Agachanti, Martya Lokam Agachanti. They come back here. After they come back here, what happens? Punarapi Vaidika Margam Anusarantaha, following the Vaidika Marga, Bhogan Apekshamanaha means desiring. Desiring what? Again the good things, the Bhogan. Apekshamanaha Swargam Gachanti. So that is where this Trayi Dharmam Anuprapannaha Kama Kamaha. Now Kama Kamaha are the ones who desire things, this and that. But what kinds of things? As per the Dharmam only they desire. See, it is not wrong to desire a son. Okay, a well educated son or a good son. It is not against the Dharmam. That is the reason why even Dasharatha has done that Putra Kameshti Yaga. So that is not adharmam, it is dharmam only. So as per the dharmam also we can desire certain things when we are in this Grihastha Ashrama. There are many things that we desire for being able to live life in a dharmika way. So these people, they come back and again as per the dharma, they still desire certain things and then again go back to the Swargam, and once again the Punyam is over, again they come back to the Martya Lokam, again they live a dharmika life and desire things and enjoy things, and then this cycle will repeat. So that is what this shloka is explaining. So Trayi Dharmam Anuprapannaha Kama Kamaha. So they follow the Dharmam as given by the three Vedas. Trayi Dharmam
అంటే ఇక్కడ త్రీ వేద అని చెప్పారంటే వేదాలు 4 కాబట్టి 4 వేదాలని గురించి చెప్పాలి కదా.
అయితే here the Atharvana Veda, the fourth one, actually has most of the మనకి అందులో ఏముంటాయి ఏంటి చేతబడులు ఇవి ఉంటాయి కదా, అవి ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి అందులో. సో నాట్ మెనీ పీపుల్ విల్ గో ఇన్ టు దట్. నాట్ మెనీ పీపుల్ విల్ గో ఇన్ టు అథర్వ
ధర్మం గురించి మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు దాని గురించి చెప్పక్కర్లేదు అనమాట.
దేని గురించి?
అథర్వ వేదం గురించి.
అథర్వ వేదం గురించి చెప్పక్కర్లేదు. మెనీ పీపుల్ డోంట్ ఈవెన్, సమ్ పీపుల్ ఈవెన్ కన్సిడర్ ఇట్ as నాట్ ఈవెన్ దే డోంట్ ఫీల్ గుడ్ అబౌట్ దట్ వేద. సమ్ పీపుల్, నాకు అంత లోతుగా తెలుసు, బట్ వాట్ ఐ నో ఇస్
శస్త్రాల గురించి ఉంటుందంటారు అథర్వ వేదం అంటే.
శస్త్రాలేమో గాని కొంచెం దిస్ బ్లాక్ మ్యాజిక్ అంటారు కదా, థింగ్స్ రిలేటెడ్ టు దట్ విల్ బి దేర్. థింగ్స్ రిలేటెడ్ టు దట్ విల్ బి దేర్. అదొక్కటే కాదు, బట్ అది కూడా అందులో ఉంటుంది. సో మెనీ పీపుల్ డు నాట్ వాంట్ టు స్టడీ దట్ వేద. అది అసలు ఎక్కువ చోట్ల చెప్పబడదు కూడా. బట్ అసలంటూ ఉంది, అసలంటూ వ్యవహారంలో ఉంది, దాన్ని చదువుతారు, పఠనం చేస్తారు, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ దేర్. But even I don't know in much depth what is given there, but not many people will study that, and they don't like to study that also for these reasons, because it will have more of black magic. So that is why when you talk about dharma, they talk about the first three only. So trayi dharmam anuprapannaha kama kamaha gatagatam labhante. So they keep going back and forth. They go, they come, they go, they come. Okay, that is the part. And first part, what is the kriya padam in the first part? Vishanti. Vishanti means entering. Entering. What are they entering? Martya lokam. Kada martya lokam vishanti te punye kshine. Okay, when their punyam, whatever punyam they have earned, after all that is spent in the devalokan, then punaha martya lokam vishanti. Kim kritva martyalokam vishanti bhuktva. Kim bhuktva? Vishalam tam swargalokam bhuktva. Here bhuktva should be taken as enjoyed. After they enjoy their stay in that swargalokam, then once their punyam is over, then they come back again to this world. And again they lead life of dharmika life again, but still that kama kamam is there, that desires are there still.
Hmm.
So this cycle will repeat until that detachment, phalapeksha, and what is the third thing? Kartritva. These three should be controlled. Then that cycle can be broken.
Hmm.
So many times the Sati Saptami will have Shatranta. Here, if you notice, Shatranta is not there. Even Ktha can be used as Bhavalakshana Saptami, as a Sati Saptami. If you remember, if you all of you have done your Kovida, Pravesha, Parichaya, Shiksha, and Kovida. In Kovida, this Bhavalakshana, not in Kovida, in Shiksha it is there. And even in Geetha Sopanam 2 also, I think it is there. In Geetha Sopanam book 2. So if you have any questions regarding the Sati Saptami, you can revise. Even the Ktha Pratyaya can be used as Sati Saptami. So here what will, how it will be considered is, again, if you want to further classify, the Bhavalakshana Saptami can be, or Sati Saptami can be categorized as Purvakala, Samanakala, Anantarakala. Okay, Samana, mostly it is termed as Bhavalakshana Saptami or Sati Saptami. You can use either of these two words. Sati means it is the Shatranta form of As Dhatu. Okay? Of As, Manastilo As Dhatu undi kada. It is Sati is the Pumlinga Saptami Vibhakti Shatranta form of the As Dhatu. Pumlinga. In Strilinga, it will become Satyam.
Satyam.
Satyam. Saptami Vibhakti kada. Andagani it will be Satyam. In Napumsakalinga, I think it will be just Sat. Only Sat, or what is the Saptami Vibhakti form? Either Sat or... it is Sati only. Even in Napumsaka, it is Sati. From Tritiya Vibhakti onwards, it will be the same as Pumlinga. So there also it is Sati only. Okay, so sometimes in this Vyakhya or sometimes even in the Shloka, that word will be provided for us to understand. Again, why it is mentioned in some places, why it is not mentioned in some Shlokas is, it all depends again on the wording and the Chandas and all that. So you can look for such clues also to understand whether the word is being used in the sense of Sati Saptami. Okay. So here, after the Punyam is over, then they will come into the Martya Lokam. It is not simultaneous. First, the Punyam should be over. Then they will come into the Martya Lokam. So here we can mark it as Bhavalakshana Saptami Purvakala. Okay. If it is happening exactly at the same time, Samanakala we say. Okay, like Pitari Agachati Balakaha Kridati. So while the father is coming, he is, playing. He starts his play.
Adi Samanakala.
Samanakala. Adhyapake agachati, Chatraha Tishtanti. So as the teacher is walking into the classroom, the students will stand up. So that is Samanakala. They will not stand up after she comes and sits in the class. So that is Samanakala. Like that, that is further classification of Sati Saptami. But, just so you know, I'm telling. Because sometimes when you might be in a doubt. So this is not happening. This already happened and then that is happening. How can this be Sati Saptami? Because we learned Sati Saptami as Samanakala. So that is why I'm telling sometimes a little bit, before or after also it can happen. And another clue that you have to keep in mind is this is causing that. That effect also will be there. Because the punyam is over.
సమాన కాలంలో జరగడం ఇంకొకటేమో దానికి కారణం చెప్పడం.
Correct. So because the punyam is over, he is entering the Martya Lokam. So So only when
ఎప్పుడు
this
వస్తారంటే
happens,
దానికి కారణం చెప్తున్నారు అనమాట. పుణ్యం క్షీణించినప్పుడు వస్తారు.
this will cause the other to happen. That is why you can write Sati Saptami sentence in Yada Tada also, because Yada Tada also indicates the same thing. When this happens, then that will happen.
యదా తదా ఒకటేనా ఇప్పుడు అనధ్యతన భూతకాలంలో ఉన్నట్టుగా కూడా ఉందనుకుంటా అదైతే. అనధ్యతన భూతకాలంలో ఉంటుంది కదా, ఇదేంటిది అప్పుడు నువ్వు గట్టిగా చదువుంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫెయిల్ అయ్యేవాడు కాదు, ఇలాంటివి ఉంటాయి కదా.
That is different. That is Anadyatana Bhutakalam Kadu. That is called, what is it called? I don't remember the name, but if that were to happen, then this, if it rained, I would not have gone out. If it did not rain, the crops wouldn't have grown. That is different. That is different. That is not Anadyatana Bhuta. Anadyatana Bhuta is which is not today or in the recent past. Ante oka 10 years before. Then that is Anadyatana Bhuta. Adyatana Bhuta is like today, yesterday, you know, today morning.
హేతు భూతకాలం అంటారు కదా దాన్ని. హేతు.
Yes. Correct. There also this, that dependency is there. But here such kind of dependency is not being told. It is simply once the punyam is over, then you will go into the Martya Lokam. That's all. So there is no that probability. If your punyam is not over, then this would have happened. Nothing like that is being told. It is as simple as when your punyam gets over, then you will enter the Martya Lokam. Yada punyam kshinayati, tada saha Martya Lokam vishati. Like that. Okay, so the same with the Sati Saptami, we can rewrite the sentence using Yada tada, but then we should not use punye kshine. We have to use regular Kriya Padam, kshinati. Okay? Yes. We don't want to use Yada tada, then we can use Sati Saptami. But in Yada tada, many things will be there. Like something could have happened some other time, and now what is happening, we can tell. Like how we can tell that Yada means there can be more lapse of time between the action that happens in Yada and the action.
यदा धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति तदा अहं सृजामः.
Yes.
అంటే ఎప్పుడైతే అని వస్తుంది.
So there can be more lapse of time is what I'm saying. So ఇప్పుడు ధర్మం క్షీణించింది, like the Kauravas have been doing this for so many years, right? From the time that the Pandavas are born, the Kauravas have been doing all sorts of difficult things to the Pandavas. They have been troubling them from their childhood. But did Krishna, take charge immediately? No. Over the years, he took charge. Like that, many more misfortune things have happened. So he still, showed his patience. And before Krishna was born, there were many things that happened. So there is a time lapse. For Bhavalakshana Saptami, there should not be too much of time lapse. A little bit before and little bit after is okay, but years and days together, time lapse should not be there. If that is there, then you cannot use Bhavalakshana Saptami. Then only Yada Tada should be used. But where you can use Sati Saptami, there you can use Yada Tada. Definitely you can use Yada Tada. But every time that you use Yada Tada, you cannot use Bhavalakshana Saptami. Because when there is time lapse with Yada Tada, when there is time lapse, too much of time lapse, then you cannot use Sati Saptami. So like that we have to keep in mind. Okay. So this is clear. Okay, next sentence. Alivelu Bhagini?
Bhagini. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् अनन्याः चिन्तयन्तः मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहामि अहम् अनन्याः प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचनं चिन्तयन्तः प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचनं माम् अस्मत्शब्दं द्वितीया एकवचनं ये तत्शब्दं प्रथमा बहुवचनं जनाः प्रथमा पुंलिङ्ग प्रथमा बहुवचनं पर्युपासते प्रथमपुरुषा बहुवचनं लट्लकारं तेषां षष्ठी बहुवचनं तत्शब्दस्य नित्याभियुक्तानां द्वितीया एकवचनं योगक्षेमं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनं वहामि वह धातुः उत्तमपुरुषा एकवचनम् अहम्
षष्ठी विभक्ति बहुवचनं नित्ययुक्तानां षष्ठी विभक्ति
बहुवचनं योगक्षेमं द्वितीय षष्ठी बहुवचनं वहामि उत्तमपुरुषा एकवचनम् अहम् अस्मत्शब्दस्य प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं पदार्थः अनन्याः मामेव आश्रिताः ये जनाः ये मानवाः चिन्तयन्तः ध्यायन्तः मां पर्युपासते मां सेवन्ते नित्याभियुक्तानां सततयोगिनां तेषाम् एतेषां योगक्षेमम् अप्राप्तस्य लाभं प्राप्तस्य च परिपालनं वहामि धारयामि अन्वयः अनन्याः ये जनाः मां चिन्तयन्तः पर्युपासते नित्याभियुक्तानां तेषां योगक्षेमम् अहं वहामि तात्पर्यम् ये जनाः इन्द्रादीन् विहाय मामेव शरणम् आपन्नाः सेवन्ते तेषाम् अप्राप्तस्य प्राप्तिं स्थितस्य च परिरक्षणम् अहं करोमि माध्वमतम् अन्यदा चिन्तयन्तः भगवन्तमेव चिन्तयन्तः ये जनाः भक्तिद्रेकेण समुपासते मनोवाक्कायैः नित्यस्मरणशीलानां तेषां मोक्षरूपं योगं तस्य अनन्तत्वं क्षेमं च भगवान् वहति व्याकरणं न विद्यते अन्यः येषां ते अनन्याः बहुव्रीहिः योगक्षेमं च अनयोः समाहारः योगक्षेमं द्वन्द्वः नित्यम् अभियुक्ताः तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां सुप् समासः
Okay. So
धन्यवादः
क्रियापदं
पर्युपासते वहामि
So पर्युपासते अत्र कर्तृपदं
जनाः
जनाः पर्युपासते
पर्युपासते
कीदृशाः जनाः
चिन्तयन्तः ये जनाः पर्युपासते अनन्याः चिन्तयन्तः
ये अनन्याः जनाः मां चिन्तयन्तः पर्युपासते मां चिन्तयन्तः पर्युपासते ओके चिन्तयन्तः काम् और कम चिन्तयन्तः मां चिन्तयन्तः सो ये जनाः ये अनन्याः जनाः मां चिन्तयन्तः पर्युपासते तेषां योगक्षेमम् अहं वहामि कीदृशां तेषां So what kind of those people? Nityabhiyuktanam means they are constantly in my thinking of me. Nityabhiyuktanam tesham yogakshemam aham vahami. Ananyaha. So here Ananyaha, what does it mean? So kidrishaha janaha ananyaha janaha. So people who are constantly take refuge in me. They take refuge in me means they believe in me. They surrender to me, and then they are constantly thinking about me. Mam chintayantaha paryupasate. So they serve me by thinking about me. So chintayantaha means dhyanam karoti. So you are constantly thinking. So when we are doing puja or whatever service it is, so we have to think that, okay, I am doing this to the Paramatma. Only then it will count. Only then it will count. If we are thinking about something and then doing that action, then that action will not have any purpose, no matter whatever action it is. When we are cooking, we have to have our focus on what we are cooking, how we are cooking, what we are adding, all that, right? That also we have to perform like a puja. Then that food will become prasadam. That's all. There is nothing. Every action that we do, if we keep it in our mind as an offering to the Paramatma, that itself is a yajna.
పాకయజ్ఞం అంటారు అందుకే దాన్ని కుకింగ్ పాకయజ్ఞం.
Paka yajnam. Everything, not only cooking, any task that we do, we have to consider that as a offering to the Paramatma. Then automatically there will be some satvikam in that kriya. And once we do with that shraddha and pure mind and focus, then automatically the result also will be like that only. And we will also get, our mind also will relax whenever we do things with that much of shraddha and focus, and as an offering to the Paramatma. When it comes to our own kids, babies, like for example, when we are serving them, we never show that kind of discomfort, right? No matter how hard it is, we do with a kind of that love, because that other person is a baby. So there will be only pure love for us towards that being. But as that being grows and starts talking back, then the thing that we do, it will have again some sort of other emotions also. It will not be just pure love. There will be other emotions also, right? Sometimes we might be a little angry, sometimes we might be frustrated, so all these other emotions will add. Why? Because we are getting something negative from that other person whom we are serving, whether it is our child or somebody, anybody, right? So that is when we have to again focus. See, not having any negative emotions towards a baby is easy. Why? Because the baby is not giving back anything negative, so it is easy for us to love the baby. But being able to love even a troublesome person, that is the toughest part. And how should we accomplish that? By thinking that we are serving Paramatma. It is hard, like with other things. Knowing one thing is different, and being able to do it every time is again different. One time we will do, second time we will do, third time again we will come back. Some negativity will be there, and so we will again have to try and face it. So it is not easy, but at least this is the path that should be taken. So every time we have to keep telling ourselves, I know this is hard, I know that this person is hard to deal with, but let me this task I am doing as an offering to the Paramatma. If it is really your responsibility to do, then that is how we need to approach. Now, not every task needs to be done, right? We need not do somebody else's thing. If it is none of our business, then we don't have to do. Then we can refrain from it. See, that is none of my business, so I'm not going to do. And dharmikam, so as per the dharma, if you are not required to do it, then you can refrain from it. But if it is your responsibility to do something and that is very difficult, then this is how to approach, because we have to do it. It is our responsibility, so we have to do it. And how can we do it so that we can make it positive for us? How are we going to make the whole experience positive to us? So again, we have to keep telling ourselves to build up that patience and somehow do it to the best of our capability. Again, always we have to remember that we should not push beyond our limits. We should not push beyond our strength to do something. We should not push anything beyond our capacity. Again, our dharma never asked any human to do beyond their capacity. To the full of our capacity, we have to do, but beyond that, we need not to. So when your health is being affected by doing something, you need not do it. You have to take care of your body first, and how much ever we are able to do, that much only we have to do. We should not go beyond that, because that also is not punyam. That will not accrue any punyam to you. So tanaku minchina dharmam, they say, we should not do. Nobody is asking us to do. So that also we can clearly tell. This is my Shakti, and as per my Shakti, I can do this much and I am doing this much. There is nothing else we can do. And sometimes we might have to end up doing a few things, for our own family. Some stressful things will come which are again beyond our capacity, but we are in the midst of everything. We cannot escape that. We cannot simply say this is beyond my capacity, so I need not do it. That won't happen, because we are in the middle of everything. We cannot simply not do it or not be affected. That times we simply have to pray to God to give us the strength to be able to do, because we are there. There is no way we can escape it, say for example, right? Then some certain types of difficulties will be like that. We don't go for them, but they come and land upon us. And the only way is to deal with it. And in such cases, we just have to pray to give us the strength so that we can pull through that difficulty. Okay. So here we have the two sentences. So ye ananyaha janaha mam chintayantah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam tesham yogakshemam aham vahami. Here chintayantah is, what is chintayantah? What is the vishleshana of that pada vishleshana? It is a shatranta. It is a shatranta. Sorry, earlier. Chintayantah, we can take it as shatranta, and it is vartamana samana kala. It is vartamana samana kalam. Chintayantaha undi kada. If it is sapratyaya, what will be the dhatu? It is chinta. Dhatu is chinta. So what will be the sapratyaya of chint dhatu?
Chintayanti Gauda. Chintayanti verb avutundi kada.
Chintayanti will become the verb. So the chint dhatu is, let me see.
Chintayat takaranta.
The sapratyaya.
Prachayam. Chintayati, chintayat.
Chintitaha, chintita, chintitam. That is the ksa pratyayam.
Chintitaha, chintitam.
Miru chintayat, you are telling the pratipadikam of the shatranta.
Chintayat, shatrantaki pratipadikam.
That is shatranta's pratipadikam. So chintayantaha is bahuvachanam. Prathama vibhakti bahuvachanam. But ksa pratyayam is chintitaha, chintita, chintitam. Like that it will come in Pumlinga, Strilinga and Napumsaka. So this is not ksa pratyayam, this is a shatranta. Usually shatranta pratyayams, if they are in Prathama Vibhakti, they usually become Vartamana Samana Kala. Means Saha Pathan Likati. As he is reading, he is writing. Saha Pashyan Chalati. While seeing, he is going. Like that. But whereas in the Shatranta and Shanajanta, only the Prathama Vibhakti mostly will be the Vartamana Samana Kala. All other Vibhaktis of Shatranta will become Visheshanas. Usually they will become Visheshanas. Only the Prathama Vibhakti will act as Vartamana Samana Kala. Means, again, two actions happening at the same time, but with the same Karta. Whereas the Sati Saptami is different Kartas and different kriyas. Okay? So when the karta is the same and two actions are happening simultaneously, then Vartamana Samana Kala we say. Present continuous tense. Chintayantaha paryupasate. So while they are thinking of me, they are serving me. So while they are thinking. So present continuous tense it is called. So Vartamana Samana Kala. So you have to mark it like that only. Vartamana Samana Kala. We should not take it as Visheshana to Janaha. Okay. Anantaram, next shloka. Again, Toshali Bhagini, would you like to do?
Yeah. येऽप्यन्न देवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्य विधिपूर्वकम् ये अपि अन्यदेवताः भक्ताः यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः ते अपि माम् इव कौन्तेय यजन्त्य विधिपूर्वकम् ये सर्वनाम प्रथमा बहुवचन अपि अव्यय अन्य देवताः प्रथमा बहुवचन भक्ताः प्रथमा बहुवचन यजन्ते यश धातुः आत्मनेपदी लट लकार प्रथमा बहुवचन श्रद्धया तृतीया एकवचन अन्विताः प्रथमा बहुवचन अव्यय अन्विताः अव्यय
No. Pumlinga prathama vibhakti bahuvachana.
प्रातिपदिकं किम्?
अन्विता.
ओके. ते सर्वनाम प्रथमा बहुवचन अपि अव्यय माम प्रथम द्वितीया एकवचन माम एव अव्यय कौन्तेय संबोधन यजन्ते अपि
यजन्ति यज धातु प्रथम पुरुषा बहुवचना avidhipurvakam, that is a samasa word. Avidhipurvakam, it is an avyaya.
Okay. पदार्थः कौन्तेय हे अर्जुन ये भक्ताः श्रद्धया आसक्त्या अन्विताः संयुक्ताः अन्यदेवताः इतरदेवताः यजन्ते उपासते ते अपि ते मानवाः अविधिपूर्वकम् अज्ञानपूर्वकं मामेव यजन्ति मामेव अर्चन्ति। अन्वयः कौन्तेय ये भक्ताः अपि श्रद्धया अन्विताः अन्यदेवताः यजन्ते ते अपि अविधिपूर्वकं माम् एव यजन्ति। तात्पर्यम् येऽपि इन्द्रादीन् अन्यान् देवान् श्रद्धायुक्ताः पूजयन्ति ते अजानन्तः मामेव पूजयन्ति इति तेषामपि अभ्युदयः अवश्यं भवति किन्तु न शाश्वतः इति विशेषः। व्याकरणम् अन्याः देवताः अन्यदेवताः कर्मधारयः विधिः पूर्वः यथा भवति तथेति विधिपूर्वकं बहुव्रीहिः न विधिपूर्वकम् अविधिपूर्वकम् इति क्रियाविशेषणं न तत्पुरुषः मोक्षातिरिक्त विधिपूर्वकम् इत्यर्थः।
तो क्रियापदं किम् अत्र?
यजन्ते
ये यजन्ते
भक्ताः
भक्ताः यजन्ते। कीदृशाः भक्ताः यजन्ते?
श्रद्धयान्विताः
श्रद्धया अन्विताः भक्ताः यजन्ते। कां यजन्ते?
मामेव मां भजन्ते।
अन्यदेवताः। Here Anyadevataha is Strilinga Shabda. So it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachana. So Shraddhaya Anvitaha Bhaktaha Anyadevataha Ye Yajante Ye Bhaktaha Anyadevataha Yajante. Okay. So those who other devatas, those who worship other devatas, they Mameva yajanti. Avidhipurvakam mameva yajanti. So if they are with Shraddha, as long as that Shraddha is there, even if they are worshipping Anya Devataha, okay, it is like they are worshipping me only. Avidhi Purvakam. So Avidhi Purvakam means though they have Shraddha, it is not considered as Vidhi Purvakam. It is considered Avidhi Purvakam. Why? Because they are worshipping Anya Devataha. Means here we have to take this as if they are worshipping other devatas, even with Shraddha, still it will be considered as Avidhi Purvakam puja. Why? How we have to take the meaning of this is that Anya Devataha, you are not considering that Anya Devataha as Paramatma. You are considering them as a separate, as somebody else, and not Paramatma. Means you are not looking you are not finding Paramatma in everything. You are not seeing Paramatma in everything like how he asked us to see. What did he tell? You have to see Paramatma in everything. In all the pranis, in all the non-pranis also, you have to see Paramatma. That is what has been told. But if you are worshipping Anya Devataha without the thought that it is none other than Paramatma, this is none other than Paramatma. If you worship Anya Devataha without considering them as Paramatma, as a form of Paramatma, then no matter how much ever Shraddha you have, it is still considered as Avidhi Purvakam. Okay?
Okay.
So here let us look at the Tatparyam just to make sure I didn't say anything which is not intended. Ye api indradin anyan devatan shraddhayuktaha pujayanti te ajanantaha mameva pujayanti iti teshamapi abhyudayaha avashyam bhavati kintu na shashvataha iti visheshaha. So shraddhayuktaha anyan devan pujayanti. So some people, they are worshipping other devatas with so much of shraddha. Te ajanantaha mameva pujayanti. So they are worshipping none other than me only, but they don't know that they are worshipping me. Ajanantaha mameva pujayanti. Iti teshamapi abhyudayaha avashyam bhavati. Kintu na shashvataha. So if you remember, we discussed this shloka, not this shloka, something similar in the last adhyaya, I think, previous adhyaya, where Paramatma says that people will be performing pujas to other devatas, to other deities, asking for something. But what they don't know is they are worshipping me only. But they are worshipping a different form. Say, for example, they are worshipping Ganesha and praying, see, I am going to start a new business. Nothing should go wrong. Vignam. There should not be any vignams. You bless me. So they are worshipping Ganesha, thinking that they are worshipping Ganesha. And because of worshipping Ganesha, no vignams came. His business was successful. So he thinks, oh, I have worshipped Ganesha and he blessed me with a vignam. So my business is fine. But what is happening behind all this? Behind Ganesha, who is there? Paramatma only is there because he is everywhere. So Paramatma is the one who granted him that avignam. But he doesn't know that. He is thinking that Ganesha is somebody different from Paramatma. And since we all know, we all think that Ganesha is for avignam. So I am worshipping Ganesha. He is different from Paramatma. So while he is getting what he prayed for, it is ashashvatam. Why? Because in his mind, he is only looking at Ganesha. But in reality, there is Paramatma behind Ganesha. So we are not having that Paramatma Tattva Jnanam. If we have Paramatma Tattva Jnanam, then what happens? We will see Paramatma in everything. So then that complete surrenderance is happening. And as long as that does not happen, whatever you ask for, you will get temporarily, but it will not be permanent. It will not be permanent. What is the permanent thing? What is the permanent thing? It is not this avignam in the business, right? These are all anyhow temporary things. These are all anyhow temporary things. Once we have that Paramatma Tattvajnanam, we will understand all these are asat. We will understand all these are asat. We will understand that whatever happens, if Vignam happens or Avignam happens, it is not because of my puja to Ganesha. It is because of my samskaras. It is because of my Purvajanma punyams and papams that I have done. We will understand all that. So then where is the point of Avignam or Vignam happening? Once you have that knowledge, then will I be even worshipping Ganesha for Avignam if I have that Paramatma Tattvajnanam? I will not. Why? Because I know that with good sankalpam, if I start something for the benefit of somebody, some beings, if I'm going to start, with the Paramatma Tattvajnanam, it will go forward if it is meant to go forward. It will not go forward if it is not meant to go forward. And all that depends on my karmas. And some not, again, if it is not successful for some reason, we need not think that it is a failure. Sometimes failures are meant for our own benefit also. For our own benefit also, sometimes things will not go like how we planned. That also sometimes we tell, see, somebody will go, you think of going, we think of going on some road. So for some reason, we won't go outside. And that day, some big accident will happen on that very same road. Then what will we think? We will think, oh, I am very lucky today. I was supposed to go on that road, but I did not go. If I had gone there, maybe something would have happened to me. Right? So initially, before that accident happens, he might be thinking, Arey, I should have gone there, but I did not go. So he thinks that whatever he planned did not happen. So maybe I'm not lucky. But after he hears about that accident, then his opinion changes again. Oh, I am really lucky. That is why I did not go. So all these are very relative. So we should not, this immediately happened. So you are immediately able to see the result of it. I did not go and some accident happened and I understood that I'm lucky. But sometimes not everything happens so immediately that you can see the result so immediately. So today I wanted to do something, some big business I wanted to start, or something I wanted to start, a big thing, and I was not able to start that. So for now, I will think, Arey, I wanted to start and I did not start. I am not fortunate. But maybe something big is supposed to happen to us in the future. So this would have been a distraction for that. So maybe this did not happen. As simple as that. Everything, if we look at everything in that way, then we will go forward only. With a positive mind, we will keep going forward only. Like always, we have to fall back in thinking that a small child will ask the mother, I want to put my finger in that plug. I want to see what will happen. Mother will not let him put his finger in that plug. Or he will ask for some chocolate, which is not at all healthy. Some junk food he will ask. Mother will not give. In his small brain, he can only think, mother did not give me. She deprived me of something. That is only he can think. He cannot look at the good that is going to happen in the years to follow. Right? So he thinks that he's unfortunate. He will see somebody, other kids where their parents are giving all the junk food. So he will think they are lucky. They are able to eat all the junk food. Oh, they are very lucky. I am not lucky. I don't have parents who give me junk food. But he will grow with that kind of thinking only sometimes. So what happens in the long run? Though he is actually benefiting from it, because he is not able to look at things in the big picture, he is unnecessarily going through that suffering, thinking that his parents are depriving him of something, right? But if he understands and completely believes, my parents will only do the best for me. So if they are saying no to something, it is for my own benefit. If he blindly has that faith in his parents, then he will enjoy whatever he has, right? He will start enjoying what he has. Similarly, we will have so many plans, so many things that we want to do. Some things happen, some things won't happen. So we should not get too excited with things that are happening, and we should not get depressed with things that are not happening. If something is happening, oh, I am destined to do this. That is why I am doing. Good. I must have done something that this is happening to me at this point of time. If something doesn't happen, maybe I'm not destined for it. Maybe not now, maybe some other time. Whenever the time is right, I will get it. Because that is all predetermined as per our kriyas. Whatever we get, whatever we don't get, everything. So having this kind of knowledge, will you really pray for avignam? Truly, in the true sense. Do you really believe that just by worshipping Ganesha, everything will happen smoothly? If it is not supposed to happen, it will not happen, no matter how many pujas you do to Ganapati. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that, but that is the fact. That is what at least I believe in. I truly believe that just by worshipping to Ganesha, everything will not go, definitely without Vignas. If Vignam is supposed to happen, it will happen. But it is for our own satisfaction with that positive mind. When you are starting something, you want everything positive, you worship, you do the puja, you do whatever homams are recommended to do for the success of that task. Everything need to be done. But in our mind, we should always constantly think that Paramatma is there. He is the Sakshi there. He is watching everything. I will get only what I deserve. With that mindset, if we do, then definitely we will get that, moksha. Because this is the Paramatma Tattva Jnana. Having this.
But people won't think that way, madam. When you are doing Ganapati Puja, you might have done some mistake. That's why it happened.
That is how we think, right? If even after doing Ganapati Puja, if something, some Vignam happens, we might think, oh, I might have done something wrong. That something wrong is nothing other than not seeing Paramatma in that Ganapati.
Yeah.
As simple as that. Not seeing Paramatma in that Ganapati. So as long as our mind is clear and we see Paramatma in everything, we believe that Paramatma is there in everything and everybody, then the way you look at things will change completely. So these, even this, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say or not. The ISKCON people, they literally ask you to remove all the photos of all the other deities other than Krishna. Right? I don't know exactly how they discuss that particular topic amongst themselves. From outside, I have a very close friend who are very spiritual and all that. But once they joined ISKCON, one fine day, they removed everything. So that kind of surprised me. You have grown up with this kind of belief for so long. How can you simply remove everything like that? So, but then while I am studying these shlokas and looking at the meaning of these shlokas, this is what we need to understand. Maybe they are not able to convey the whole thing to all the people who are taking up that, ISKCON faith. So sometimes, like how they say, when you are, if you study this stotram for 3 times, then you will get this. Why are they saying that? To first make people read those stotras. And most of the people will not read it until they have some kind of benefit. So first, initially to pull them, like how we pull a child. If you do homework, I will give you some, TV time or some, sweet or whatever he likes, right? So eventually, because he is at that age where he doesn't realize the importance of studying with the Shraddha, the mother will give him such small, presents if he does. But
Right.
after a certain age, he will understand the importance of studying. So then the mother does not have to give. he will realize I will, I will have a better life if I study. So he will start. So until then, until he realizes that, until he gets that maturity, mother has to do such things. If you do your homework, I will give you 10 minutes of TV time or whatever. Similarly, even for people who are not matured enough of having the discipline in practicing the spirituality, to pull them into this path, our rishis have done this. If you read this stotram for 10 times, then you will get this benefit. If you read them for every day, then you will get this benefit. All that will be given. But by reading, so what is their belief? Once they make it a practice of reading it every time, every day, then automatically they will be drawn to it, because our Sanskrit language has that power. The more you read and get exposed, your mind will calm, you will become more at peace, and also people will like that good vibrations or peace or calm, so they will tend to continue it. And once they start continue, then their enthusiasm or inquiry will start. Okay, what is this shloka actually saying? What is this saying? So with that enthusiasm, they will learn the real sense. And once they learn the real sense, then it doesn't matter. They won't care whether they will get that whatever punyam or whatever that stotra says at the end of the stotra. So once they realize the benefits of it, they really don't care. They look at bigger things, right? Not at the small benefits. Like that, even here, only to make them focus on that Paramatma is everywhere. Maybe that is the reason why they keep telling, so that they will not be distracted, to make them focus on only one thing. Maybe that is the reason why they keep saying. Rather than that, we can always say, you can worship whichever form you like, but remember that it is none other than Paramatma. You are looking at Paramatma a little differently in this form. That's all. But it is Paramatma only. Like how I am a mother to my children, but I am a daughter to my parents. I am a neighbor to my neighbor. Okay, my neighbor can never look at me as a daughter or a mother. She will, to her, I am only a neighbor. That's all. Only a peer, like a same age person. Similarly, my mother can never look at me like a friend. She can only always look at me as her child. Similarly, I am the same person, but different people look at me in different ways. They cannot imagine me in some other role. Similarly, here also, Paramatma is the same. He is taking up different forms. Whichever form we like to look at him, we can always look at him in that form. There is nothing wrong with it, is what I believe. That is my very personal opinion. And even after studying these shlokas also, I feel the same way. But this same shloka can be interpreted a little differently. So if you worship other forms, then avidhi purvakam, it will become avidhi purvakam. So a negative sense can also be taken from this, but I would like to look at it in this positive way, and that is how I am doing, at least. So many times what happens is, in all the religious texts, certain things are taken differently by different people, and even the Muslims also, right? They keep claiming that whatever they are doing, they are claiming on the Quran. They say our God told us this. But the truth is, no religion will preach violence. And even I heard that even some people were saying that, see, Krishna is preaching violence to Arjuna. He is encouraging him to kill all those people. So that is how some people are interpreting it. So the interpretations can always differ from how people look at things. So we should not be taken away by such things. We should always stick to what is the true sense of the the shlokas, the Bhagavad Gita, or any religious text. I strongly believe that any religious text only will try to teach the right thing for people to live by the right way. Words might be different, things might be a little different, but that is the concept. So that I just wanted to share, because initially I was puzzled before I studied all these shlokas. Even I was like, really, is that what Krishna said? How can such a thing can be said? So, but when you really go into it and understand, you should have that comprehensive knowledge, comprehensive understanding, not knowledge, comprehensive understanding. If you only pinpoint this one shloka and show it to somebody, then what will anybody think? They will think that this is what is being said. But no, when we have gone through all these adhyayas, seen how the same thing is being told in so many different ways, then you will get the essence of what is actually being told. So we should not be misled. And the reason why I'm telling you this is, even if you come across something like that, such a situation, we should stand up to it. And we should be able to tell, no, this is not what Bhagavad Gita is telling. But in Bhagavad Gita, what Paramatma told is, there will be many forms, but you just remember that I am there in all those forms, and they are not separate entities. Not only in other devatas, in everywhere in the Prapancha, he is asking us to look at everything as Paramatma only. How can Anya Devata be any different? So, like that kind of understanding we should have, so that we can tell others when they are in confusion. So that should be there. And we should not again be taken over by their confusion. We should not end up being confused again. That is the most important thing that I wanted to convey. So do you agree? Do you think that is how we can understand this shloka, or is there any other thoughts? You can feel free to share.
No other thoughts, ma'am. Clear, it is clear.
So Surya Bhagini, sometimes you also have some things to share. What do you say? Surya Bhagini is there? Yeah. హలో
హలో
భగిని చెప్పండి, మీరేమంటారు అంటున్నా.
అది ఎలాగంటే ఎవరి ఇష్టమైన దేవుణ్ణి వాళ్ళు పూజించుకునేట్టుగా ఉంటే వాళ్ళు తొందరగా దగ్గర దారిలోకి వెళ్ళగలుగుతారు. ఎలాగంటే ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు మనకి ఫస్ట్ ఏంటంటే మనసుకు నచ్చాలి ఏదైనా కూడా. లేకపోతే అందరూ ఒకటే మతంలో ఉండొచ్చు కదా. క్రిస్టియన్ అంటే ముస్లిం ఎందుకు, హిందూ మతం ఎందుకు కదా.
అందుకే
ఎందుకంటే ఎవరి దేవుణ్ణి వాళ్ళు ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు పూజించుకుని వీలైనంత తొందరగా మోక్ష మార్గానికి వెళ్ళగలుగుతారు. అది కరెక్ట్. కానీ ఒక్కళ్ళనే పూజించాలి అనేది ఉంటే అప్పుడు మొత్తం ఇప్పుడు కృష్ణుడుని ఒక విగ్రహ రూపంలో ఆరాధించకూడదు అప్పుడు కూడా అలా అనుకుంటా. ఎందుకంటే శంకరాచార్యుడు చెప్పింది ఏం చెప్పారు, అద్వైత మతం చెప్పారు కదా. అద్వైత మతం అంటే అసలు ఏ మతం కింద కూడా ఉండకూడదు.
అంటే ఏ మతం కాదు, అద్వైతం ఇస్ ద జీవాత్మ అండ్ ద పరమాత్మ ఇస్ వన్ అండ్ ద సేమ్.
Please tell me what she said in English.
అలాగే అనుకుని
I will explain. 1 minute, Bhagini.
అలాగే అనుకుని పూజించాలి, అంతే తప్పించి విగ్రహారాధన అసలు ఉండకూడదని చెప్పేసాను కదా.
So what Surya Bhagini is saying is, I was asking her opinion. So she is saying that when we worship something that we like, the form or whatever, it will be easy for us to connect and we can move forward easily. So that is true. Why? Because even in the darshanani, we have astika and nastika darshanani, right? So the astika darshananis are those which agree to the existence of the Vedas. We studied this in the very beginning level.
Yes.
Astika darshanani, the Sankhya, Yoga.
Yes.
So all these are different paths. All these teach about how one can attain moksha. So why so many paths? Why 6 darshanani should be there? Why only one is not enough? Why? Because people, like how Surya Bhagini is saying right now, people connected to certain things a little differently. Like you might connect it to the form of Vishnu, I might connect more to the form of Rama, and Surya Bhagini might be able to connect to the form of Krishna. However, so that form that we connect to can impact us more. So if I like to look at Paramatma as Rama, then that connection is much stronger. So I will be able to move forward in that path much easily, because that is something that I like.
Yes.
If I put some other form and say, no, you have to look at Paramatma only in this form, then that might not interest me. So it will be difficult for me to follow that path, because I'm not able to connect. Even Sankhya, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, this Nyaya Shastra, Yoga Shastra, all these tell the same thing, but a little differently depending on how people perceive the same thing differently. So he also is saying that it is important for us to be able to look at Paramatma in the form that we like. But we have to again remember that it is Paramatma behind it. As long as we remember that, we are okay. So it is not necessary to remove all the other forms. In that sense, she also mentioned about Shankaracharya and how this Advaita philosophy is there. And as per that, Jivatma, Paramatma, everything is one and the same. So there is no you and there is no me. Everything is one only. That is only even Paramatma is saying. Even within us, there is Paramatma. But what I feel is between Dvaitam and Advaitam,
కానీ అంతదాకా వెళ్ళేంత వరకు మాత్రం ఇవన్నీ ఉండాలి.
We need that. See, Dvaitam, even in Dvaitam, we are talking about you and me, Paramatma and me. But the reason is because it will be difficult for a common person to look at everything as one. So that split should be there, but eventually that will lead to Advaitam. So what is being said? I am there in everything. So I am there in you also. So initially that is being told. So it will be easy for us. Oh, Paramatma is there in me. Rather than I am the Paramatma and Paramatma is me, and there is only one thing. There is no me, there is no Paramatma, there is only one thing. Rather than understanding that, it will be easy for us to understand that I am there, Paramatma is there, but Paramatma is there in me also. So I am also Paramatma. Because Paramatma is everywhere. Paramatma is in everything, Paramatma is everywhere. So I am also Paramatma. So there is nothing me here. Whatever I'm thinking, it is me, is Paramatma only. That kind of one step at a time, if we move, it will become easy for a common person to understand. So that is the idea behind Dvaitam and Advaitam. Is again, this is my perception. So that is the reason why Dvaitam is there, and eventually it will lead to Advaitam. Once that maturity comes to our thinking, then slowly that Advaitam will happen. That is how I try to understand.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So we'll stop here. Oh, Bhagini.
भगिनी ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः धन्यवाद भगिनी नमस्कारः सर्वेभ्यः धन्यवादः नमस्कारः शुभरात्रि
Thank you, ma'am. Very. Thank you.